a live that they did, and they said that when Erika, if any of you remember this, was in TJ Maxx and they saw like a Bank of America card, go watch their live. I think I'm going to pin it actually in my comment section. But they said that she looked like she was going to the bank, but she couldn't go to the bank or something like that. And hi everyone, welcome back to No Light Tarot. I'm so grateful to have you all. This is a channel about hot topics through a tarot perspective. Please subscribe for more, like the video and comment. I would love to hear what you have to say. So I am going to do a longer video of this because I do want to explain this thoroughly. And I recently I have been actually doing a lot of videos about Erika Girardi from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I did pick up very strongly, very strongly, a lot that has come to light. Now, like I said, I've done videos on it. I've been on different other YouTube channels. I was on Dana Wilkie's podcast, and I said Erika Girardi is sitting on money. I can see that very strongly. And I said that other people are working with her to keep her. It's kind of like a mafia, a pickup mafia like syndicate system. So with that being said, recently it's come to light that a lawsuit was filed against Erika Girardi, Tom Girardi, and other people too. Other people in the public light, politicians and so forth. And I did say that. I said the judges were involved. I said that I said it was a big system of people that are protecting her because she played a role in a bigger part of this scheme. I said we only know a little bit, but we will find out more. I said that there's way more money. I can see it very strongly. And this has now come to light. So they said it's politicians and so forth and so forth. And this man, Nicholas White, is suing Erika Girardi because he alleges that they stole his identity, said he was deceased, and said that Erika was the mother, which I don't know how that would make sense when she's 51, but they probably didn't even. Okay, so if you know somebody that works at a bank, you're most likely to get ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, they most likely want to check your reports properly. They'll let you in and let you do basically whatever you want, just as long as paper-wise they can back up your claim. So even though she didn't look, it's funny actually, the Merrill Lynch is right by where I live, which is really funny, in Miami. Can't get away from these people. Anyways, so and I used to live right by the downtown the Girardi and Keys. It was just so weird to me, by the Girardi and Keys firm in Los Angeles, which is like, yeah, I was like, I'm running away from from Hollywood, and I end up I live so close to that Merrill Lynch, which is so funny. So anyways, let's get into the reading. I'm gonna pull up a whole lot of this, the past, present and future, and going to clarify a lot of things too. It's going to be quite a lot, so if you're not in the mood, do whatever you need to, come back, or if you want to pause, come back, or if you have the time to watch this. I want to be as intricate with the reading as I possibly can be. So with the past, with this whole situation, I pulled up energy about the whole situation. I want to get down to the nitty-gritty, because now that this has come out, I can delve deeper into I knew she was sitting on money. I said she's sitting on money. I just didn't realize it's in the form of a house. I saw a bank account. I also said this too. I said I know that I do my intuition, because it's intuitive based, I can't say it's complete true. I strongly feel like there is a bank account, a foreign bank account that they are withdrawing from. And this is the King of Cups, the boss of the deck. Somebody came to them with a mastermind plan and was like, if you do this, somebody directed them what to do. So it wasn't Tom's idea. I don't think. It's somebody else's. And I think it's somebody who worked at the firm with Tom. So with the past being Queen of Wands, 10 of Cups, and 3 of Wands. Okay, they thought this was never going to come to life. They thought they were going to pull this off and she was going to be like the shining star. I think that they used her. Let me go back. I don't think that her and Tom, and by her I mean Erika, got married for reasons that I would get married for. You know, and that's respect, looking for a life partner, looking for somebody to raise kids in a healthy way. Both of them rather, were looking for a marriage where it was like a phase, but they don't really spend time together. They don't really have deep love for each other. And it's very 2D, you know, and very materialistic. So with the present being Page of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and 3 of Pentacles, I strongly see here that he has had his, we all know that, he's had his affairs. She had hers too. She definitely, from what I can see through the cards, had hers too. She had her little flings, whatever. Yeah. I see some other information, but that's up to her to dispel or divulge. It's not up to me to reveal who somebody is in bed with. So with the future being 10 of Wands, the Empress, and the Fool, so they're going to try to run away from this. I see that they're going to try to be like deny. And I also said that I felt like there were people in entertainment involved too. Now, what's going to happen is that they're going to keep trying to suppress the story. That's why she keeps saying she's going to come back. If you're really in that much of shit, pardon my French, you don't just like say, oh, I'm coming back, I'm going to be fine. No, unless she was told she will by this person who is leading the pack and telling her what to do, and that she's going to be fine. So there's a bunch of people involved. There's politicians involved. There's people in media involved. And I know a lot of you love Ronald Richards, but I don't trust him. I never have from day one. And I think maybe one day I'll do a video on him, but I don't trust his intentions. A lot of lawyers in California I've dealt with myself, not a lot, but the few that I've dealt with are very corrupt. Very, very corrupt, especially in Beverly Hills. I dealt with one in Beverly Hills because I used to work in Beverly Hills and I had to sue my former employer in Beverly Hills, and they are very, very corrupt. Very corrupt. I got told, because they found out where I worked and so forth, they were like, oh, well, just telling me lies about my situation. I'm like, that's not the story at all. They were trying to gaslight me. So I don't trust Ronald Richards. He just has something about him that I don't trust. And the fact that Kathy Hilton's husband was named in the lawsuit, and he is friends with Kathy Hilton and Rick Hilton, just is not sitting well with me. So, as I clarified, 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups, and 6 of Pentacles. They're going to try to get other people involved in this 6 of Pentacles. Because they're sitting on a lot of money, they're going to try to pay people off to keep the story hush hush. Man, let's see who they're going to try to pay off. Okay, so right off the bat, I just got attorneys. They're going to try to pay off attorneys from, I think, from representing this guy. I think that's why it's taken so hard to come to light, so long to come to light, because, and this happened to me with my former employer, people didn't want to take his case. They were like, no, against the Hiltons, against Bank of America, no, I'm not going to take them, because or they would suddenly lose the case. They would suddenly be like, the lawyer would be like, oh, I don't want to take this case anymore, because they were paid off. So they're just going to keep trying to pay off people, and so that the story is suppressed. Okay, so this is the thing, and I said this before in a video. I was looking at past videos that I did about Erika recently when all this came to light, and I said she feels locked, and I will give credit to, I think it's a housewife historian, and make it make sense, because I was watching a live that they did, and they said that when Erika, if any of you remember this, was in TJ Maxx and they saw like a Bank of America card, go watch their live. I think I'm going to pin it actually in my comment section. But they said that she looked like she was going to the bank, but she couldn't go to the bank, or something like that. And I said a long time ago, she feels restrained. And I see that here too, with 3 of Swords, Queen of Swords, and 10 of Cups. She's like, the lifestyle obviously she used to have is not the same, but she has this energy in her that's like, it's greedy. It's greedy energy, but there's nothing else I could say about it. Like, it's just very greedy energy. And she's like, when am I going to get my life back? When am I going to get my life back? Like, when am I going, because this person, it's not Tom. And remember, if any of you remember, Tom one day was hanging out with a bunch of these guys. It actually was like mafia guys. And I was like, wow, how does Tom know all these kind of mafia people? I don't like to stereotype people, but it seemed very much like I used to work for different restaurants as a server and a manager, different places that was like money laundering very clearly. You know, I'd see the books and stuff. Some of them didn't make any money, but they always have money. There'd always be guys showing up in like lavish cars. Shady things were going on that I can't talk about, but I got that energy when I saw them. Just like shady energy. And they are somebody from that group, maybe not necessarily that group, but that kind of energy is telling them what to do and telling them how to do it. And he's telling her, this King of Cups guy, he's telling her, you're gonna be alright. He's like coaching her and telling her what to say, giving her a fake storyline for the season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. And forging documents, they all forged documents together. But yeah, and promising her that, hey, things are gonna get better. The thing is that I want to pull up next, this is gonna be my part 1. Next, part 2, I'm gonna focus on what the outcome is of the lawsuit, because I think a lot is going to come to light. Especially because see the Sun, Queen of Wands, and the Emperor. A lot is going to come to light about everything, but they're trying to keep it hidden. But with the Sun, you know, they said the best disinfectant is Sun, because the Sun exposes everything. It's going to come to light, the Magician, the King of Wands. And the Edelson PC lawyer is not backing down. And guys, Edelson PC is not just some small firm that needs to make a name for itself. Once Edelson PC backs something, it seems very viable to me. They wouldn't just take on a case that seems ridiculous. So when Ronald Richards is like, oh, this is PR, I'm like, no. Okay, next I promise to do a video on the outcome. Break everything down, what will be revealed. Then I want to do one on Ronald Richards, because I get very shady energy about him. I think he is controlled opposition to Erika, and he's like, look over here, look over here. Meanwhile, we need to look elsewhere. So I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, please be respectful. Take care.